Have you ever spent time staring at a blank Google Doc trying to come up with your next ad angles, wondering, how many more ways you can say buy now before your brain melts? This one's for you, because the days of forcing inspiration out of thin air, they are over. Our next speaker has figured out how to blend creative strategy with AI to unlock near limitless ad concepts. He's built systems that take what used to be hours of brainstorming and turns into minutes of pure idea flow. He's been pushing the boundaries of what's possible when you combine human insight with machine speed, and he's here to show you how to never worry about ad angles again. So clear your tabs, open your notes, and get ready to level up your creative process. Please welcome Jacob Posel.
Hey, my name is Jacob Posel, and this is a quick overview of creative concepting, creative angle research using AI. So I decided I wanted to stick with something actionable, something nice that you could take from this, kind of give you the 80-20 of creative research with AI. You may see a lot of talks or a lot of a lot of resources on coming up with complex workflows, but those can become difficult to manage, can create good demos and be a little bit finicky. And I think what works best for most people is good old off-the-shelf chat tools like ChatGPT and Gemini, which I'll show you, that you can use as researchers and that you can use to analyze creative assets. So this won't be too long, but I think you'll get a lot of value out of this. So inside of ChatGPT, there are two main products which work exceptionally well for creative research. And those are the agent tool, which you can see here, agent mode, and deep research. And what these do is these can actually search the web and do all of the creative research that a creative strategist may do to help you find creative angles. So I decided, for the sake of this talk, to go over both of them, to look through deep research. For this one, I'm pretty sure we used agent mode. To use both agent mode and deep research to do an example creative analysis for the brand Ridge and come up with some fresh creative angles just to show you how great it did. And we can compare a couple of the responses. So you can see I came up with this relatively simple prompt. You are an expert creative strategist for the brand Ridge. And I gave an explanation of what Ridge does. You are to find 10 persona angle combinations I can use to generate creative concepts for my brand, research competitors, social trends and reviews, and generate creative angles. And it went off and it worked for 11 minutes. And we can actually go back and we can see. So it opened up its browser, it searched, it read various different articles. You can see it read a bunch of different articles. It went on Amazon. This is just a replay of what it did. It's looking at different reviews, honest review of Ridge, and now it's compiling all of its details, all of the answers, and you can see we got it here. Research below reviews Ridge Minimalist Wallet alongside competitor products, social trends, and user reviews. And we can see here the tech-savvy digital nomad, urban professionals who work remotely and rely on contactless payment and devices. They value quick access to cards and tech integration, as seen in this pop-up mechanism and in this tracking card. You can see directly from our sources. Angle, position Ridge as a modular tech hub for EDC. Highlight the RFID blocking plates and 12 card capacity, and propose optional tech inserts. An AirTag, find my compatible tracking card, blah, blah, blah. They snap between the plates, show how the wallet pairs with Ridge phone cases and key cases for a connected ecosystem. Emphasize quick access by demonstrating how Ridge's simple file folder design saves time compared to pop-up competitors. And you can see it did this analysis for us, giving us really nice citations 10 times. So for 10 different personas: eco-conscious professional, urban minimalist, high-capacity road warrior, creative professionals and design enthusiasts, blah, blah, blah. and angles associated with them. So for the high capacity road warrior, introduce a ridge mast, which an adjustable expansion kit. So we may want to kind of specify not to recommend new products in here, but you can see this went off and did a really nice analysis for us. If we now go and compare this to deep research, you can see we gave it the same quote. It asked for a quick clarification, so I told it to do social native direct response performance advertising, and it went off and it gave us a similar but a little bit more succinct analysis. So the urban professional, carry less, live more. The security conscious globetrotter, travel light, travel safe. And you can see it also has citations in here. I like this one. I like this analysis compared to the agent one. The modern professional, sleek style meets function. Tech enthusiast, your EDC upgraded, and so on. So we can also look here and we can see all the different sources that it referenced. So you can see Code Wallets, Quality Edit, Ridge.com, Honest Review of Ridge, Ultimate Ridge Reviews, why everyone is switching to minimalist wallets. So you can see all the sources down there. So you can see this was able to reference 12 sources, and agent mode, it was able to reference, how many did it go through? I'm not sure if it gave us that analysis here, but many sources as well equivalent to that in the space of 11 minutes for agent mode and 7 minutes for deep research. So 11 minutes max, and it was able to come up with this really, really great angle and creative concepting analysis for us. So really nice and simple. We didn't have to go too complex. We didn't have to think too deeply about the workflow that we're putting together. And if we wanted to keep on doing this, I mean, I could have told it to come up with 15, 20, 30 different persona angle combinations for us, or just different angles. I can continue to refine the prompt, so I can give it specific products to look at, or I could point it towards specific competitors. So I can continue to refine this prompt, but what makes this really nice and actionable for any creative team or any brand owner is that they can just do this inside of ChatGPT. They don't need to learn a brand new tool. They don't need to do anything too complex. So the combination of deep research and agent mode inside of ChatGPT provides room for an absolutely amazing creative research tool to help find different creative angles for your brand. So this is really nice and really strong. Next thing I wanted to show you, besides the tech-based analysis, was the ability for tools like Google Gemini to actually analyze assets for us. So I'm on AI Studio, Google AI Studio. The URL is aistudio.google.com. And what I've done is I've exported a couple Ridge ads. We can look one here. And I've done a couple more ads over here. Let's look at this one. And I've told it, you're an expert performance creative strategist. Analyze the following video ads and extract new creative angles I can test. For each video, identify core angles, break down hook body, CDA effectiveness, explain psychological triggers, highlight what worked and what blah, blah, blah. Come up with and then suggest 5 new angles, angle name, hook line, core message, and so on, with one wild card angle, which is nice just to throw in a little bit of variety. So in this context, I could be a competitor of Ridge, I could be Ridge, and I could just be getting my top performers. But this is exactly the kind of analysis that a person will be doing. And so we'll let this run, but this is exactly the kind of analysis that a creative strategist inside of an agency or inside of your team may be doing. They'll look inside of your ad account, or they'll look on your account, they'll look at the top performing ads, and they'll try and figure out, what's working, what's not, and how can I come up with some new fresh angles based on these ideas. So just to let you know, I'm using Gemini 2.5 Pro, which is the most powerful model. And you can see video 1, the minimalist dream, fast-paced, feature-focused compilation of user-generated style content. We're giving us the core angle and so on. And now it's giving us 5 fresh angles inspired by this ad. So pocket check, hate your bulky, uncomfortable wallet. The Ridge wallet eliminates uncomfortable pocket bulge for a sleeker look and feel. Angle named the last wallet, the Peace of Mind wallet, the 5-second upgrade, and an ASMR unboxing for our wildcard. For this one, we have the durability test. So you can see again, it looked at the core angle, the hook, body, CTA, psychological triggers. It recognized curiosity, security, humor, status, even being able to pull out where it mentioned the Tesla of wallets, which is really cool. And 5 angles inspired by this ad. So real world torture test, the Tesla of wallets, the anti-theft wallet, a wallet for life, and the magician. Really, really cool. So I believe there was a little bit of a glitch here where it only recognized 2 of these because it looks like one of them didn't upload. But you can see that took what, I don't know, like 41 seconds for it to analyze 2 videos and for it to analyze in detail why it worked, kind of pull out different triggers, psychological triggers, and then give us some fresh new ideas that we can use. We can repeat this for every single ad we've made, and we can do it for all of our competitors or our inspiration brands ads as well. So this makes it really nice and easy to come up with a ton of different creative concepts and creative angles that you can use. And you could do this tomorrow. This is super quick, super easy. So kind of just why I wanted to give you the 80-20 of high value AI tools that you can use to come up with new angles. So the last one, which we'll look at, is we can again do this for images. And you can see I've pulled out a ton of different Ridge ads, and I've said, you are a creative strategist, an expert creative strategist specializing in performance marketing and ad concept development. Analyze the following image ads and generate fresh creative angles and concept directions I can test. So again, very similar, but this time we're looking at visual hierarchy as well. We're looking at the hook strength, psychological triggers, and so on. And again, we're going to do the same thing, but with all of these different ads, which is really cool. So again, we're using Gemini 2.5 Pro, and we're going to let this run. You can see all of these different ads, which I have exported. And again, this shouldn't take more than a minute. Sometimes it may run a tiny bit slow, but that's just depending on the internet speed or anything like that. And you can see it begins to start thinking, examining the ads, reviewing imagery, unpacking the ads, dissecting the ad strategy. And again, this is exactly the kind of thing that I've seen many, many creative strategists inside of brands, inside of agencies do. They'll go look at their competitors or look at their top performers and try and understand what's working. So it looks at the existing ads, core messaging and psychological triggers, novelty and exclusivity, product benefit and problem solution, price and value, social proof and belonging. And it gives us a great analysis of the visual hierarchy and hook strength, what works, areas for improvement, lack of human element, over-reliance on product features, missed opportunity for social proof. I recognize there are no customer testimonials, reviews, or UGC content. And so now it's giving us some new creative ad concepts to test. Angle name, the before and after relief. Angle number 2, proof in one image, lifestyle aspiration, durability torture test, the anti-ad, price shock comparison, and the new experimental one, a UGC screenshot. So you can see in a matter of 55 seconds, it was able to analyze 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ads and give us this really great strong analysis and give us some new ad concepts to test. I can carry on this conversation, so I can say, give me 10 more concept ideas. Another cool thing that I can do while this runs, if we want to get creative, is I can pull out these images and I can say, these are my best performing static image ads based on an analysis of these ads and the best performing videos I've provided. Give me 5 new fresh video ad ideas. We can let this this run. So some of those images are still uploading. But you can see we can be creative and we can give it as much context as we want. We can get it to do all of the heavy analysis work for us. And I mean, this video has been going on for 15 minutes, but you can see super quickly we've been able to use tools like ChatGPT to do some deep research for us and some agentic research for us on the browser. We've been able to give different video and image assets and do a deep analysis on those using Google AI Studio. So it's my belief that these are the highest ROI activities for any brand or agency kind of employee or owner to work on. I think that this provides maximum value with little lift, and it's really easy and repeatable. It's really easy to train your team, and it's not something that's going to require a ton of maintenance and mean that you have to spend a lot of time refining and working on it. The only thing you have to refine here is the prompting. So we can change the prompting if there's certain output formats that we don't like or certain ways that we want to guide the model. We can do that here. But you can see here, of course, based on the analysis of your top performing static and video ads, here are 5 fresh ad ideas designed to build on your current success and test new creative territories. The analysis shows your strong angles are durability and problem solving, tech integration, aesthetic variety / self-expression, and affinity / fandom. So you can see it came up with the everyday carry EDC system, the satisfying click, the ultimate fan kit, before and after, the pocket upgrade, and the wildcard angle, my ridge story. So using AI with really not too much lift, with not too much training, you can do a ton of analysis that would take humans a lot of time to come up with new, fresh, creative ad ideas and ad angles. So you don't have to worry about all that heavy lifting yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you integrate this into your workflow.